Hello, it's Lindsay from World Changing Kids, and today I thought I would share a story about a visit that I just had earlier this week with Revel Academy. So, Revel Academy is an awesome school here in Ottawa. I really should have asked Erin exactly how she wants her school to be explained, but I'm going to say it's like an alternative private school. A lot of awesome self-directed learning, all ages learning together. The children get to, follow their own path and decide what they want to work on, when they want to work on it. A lot of freedom, a lot of awesome learning how to take initiative and be responsible for your own actions and creating the things at your own pace, going through the curriculum at your own pace, which is sometimes faster in some areas, sometimes, take more time where you need it. Everything that school should be working towards, everything that the regular school system should be working towards. So loved it, went into the Revel Academy, met with all the awesome students. I talked about World Changing Kids. I talked about how I started, how the idea for the book started, how I started printing the book in my basement with a huge amount of community support. Showed them a copy of the version that I made, the more grown-up version, when I got confident enough and, went and paid for a print run. Talked about how then I started creating the Year of Kindness for Schools program, and now the Algonquin College partnership I have to be working on the app. So we talked about everything World Changing Kids, everything I've done as the founder of it. They asked great questions. One of the questions was why? Why did I start all this? What was the problem that I saw that I wanted to solve? And I talked about the fact that after having my children, I knew the type of community that I wanted them to grow up in, and I knew the type of things I wanted them to learn about. And I kind of looked around and I thought, well, if that's what I want for them, then I have to build it. So started with the community building. Doing park parties and skating parties and art shows in the neighborhood. I rented the gym at the school when kids were really little, because you put a child in a snowsuit at 2 years old and they can't really walk, so you don't really get to go outside for the winter. So I just brought the community together and really enjoyed it and saw the benefits for the families and the children. And that's why I thought, hey, we could put all these actions that we've done in our community, we could put them into a book. And so I told the kids that. And that brought a lot of really interesting comments from the kids, because one of the students said, yeah, in her neighborhood, none of the kids come out to play. There's no one out playing. And she, I guess recently one friend has come out, is allowed to kind of go out and play with them in the street and in the neighbor, in the different yards or whatever. And this little girl, she knew that she was missing that, but it's not necessarily common. It's not the norm that kids can just call on each other anymore or be playing in each other's backyards. And I told her, well, that's why I wrote this book, so that we can get back to that, because that's what we need. That's what families need. That's what kids need. The independence and the interaction with kids of all ages from their neighborhood. So that was a beautiful comment. Oh, and another comment I liked, another story a little boy told, was that he gave one of his neighbors an old lawnmower that they weren't using anymore when their lawnmower broke. And then those neighbors were so grateful that they started cutting their grass for them, or cut their grass once or twice for them or something. And then his family felt so grateful that they did something else. Maybe they shoveled, I can't remember. They did something else for them. And so they just keep, trading kindness back and forth. And I said, and that's exactly what I want to do with World Changing Kids. I told him that's the kind of relationship that I want everyone to have in their community. Because that's what makes life more enjoyable, better. If we feel supported and connected, we'll be happier, we'll feel more secure. Kids growing up in that environment will feel more secure. It's just good for everyone. So those were the two fun comments. Oh, another one I liked was when we were talking about the app, one of the boys raised his hand and said, well, I think you should put your app up for sale for $3.99. Right off and I was like, that's a good price. That's around, I just love that he was confident, in his thought, and that he raised his hand and he said that, and he gave me some advice, and that sounds like a good price to me. I have to look into it, but I appreciated his feedback. And then the last comment that I really, really enjoyed was one little boy said, I think that you need to take this kind of Year of Kindness program and take it to adults at work. I was like, I've always thought that. That's been one of those ideas in the back of my mind. So maybe I'm going to put it out there a little bit and keep working on that one. Add some more thought into that idea. So if anybody watching this video wanted to kind of collaborate, build something that could be for adults, a day of kindness, maybe like a team building activity, I'm open to kind of investigating that idea. So if anyone has any ideas and would like to try that out, get in touch with me. You can email me at worldchangingkids@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook. And I'm just going to put that out there to the universe and keep that idea kind of growing a little bit in the back of my mind. So I had an awesome time yesterday. Oh, another funny thing, the kids after my presentation, so at the school, they bring in various people. They might call them heroes, I can't remember, but they bring in other people to do presentations as well. So at the end, a couple of the kids had this page where they ask for autographs for the people who come in and do the conversation. So at the end, they're going to have, a page of all the people who came in to speak with them. So I got to sign my name beside Peter Joynt, who is a fantastic local hip hop artist and public speaker, who I have had the pleasure of seeing at a few different events, and he does a great motivational presentation and then performs for the kids, and it's amazing. So I felt like a bit of a rock star signing my name beside Peter's name on their little piece of paper in their binders. So that is my story for today. I hope that the education system pays attention to what Erin is doing at the Revel Academy, and that we can take some of those or all of the good ideas that she's putting into place and we can bring them to our public school system, because that would be awesome. That's it for today. I hope you have a good day. Thanks.